Yeah. I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. I can't be beaten. I got the secret. I got the power. I am the reason. I'm undefeated. I can't be broken. I got the will. I got the power. I am the chosen. Yeah. I'm undefeated. Yeah. I can't be beaten. I am the chosen. I'm undefeated. I can't be beaten. I got the will. I got the power. I am the reason.
Expected at IG Field tonight as the two remaining undefeated teams fight to stay perfect. It is the Blue Bombers. It is the Calgary Stampeders coming up on Friday Night Football. It really doesn't get any better in week number 6, although it could get better on Saturday as we are finally back at Touchdown Atlantic here in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. Looking forward to the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Toronto Argos tomorrow. But first, it is the game of the week. Milt, you have two perfect teams. We got the Bombers coming off that big win over the Leos, and then on the flip side, you got the Stampeders coming off that really nice win over the Elks. What do you like tonight?
Second week in a row, these Bombers have to face an undefeated team. The question is, will these Calgary Stampeders be able to score? Bo Levi Mitchell, and I said this since that second half against Hamilton, has been lighting it up. They're averaging over 35 points a game, but these Blue Bombers are only giving up 17 points. Will that Blue Bomber defense be able to get after Bo? Bo, and this offense is only giving up 4 sacks. Willie Jefferson, Jeff Coat, will they be able to get after him? If they can, they have a great opportunity winning this game.
Calgary, crazy, explosive. Winnipeg just unbeatable right now. I look at this game as similar going into last game against BC. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, look at the BC Lions. They were first in yards passing. They were first in passing yards against. And then we saw what happened.
Right.
This game, I'm really excited. Like you said, Kate, no doubt the game of the week. We're here in the building. I haven't seen this much excitement in a city before the game since the Grey Cup than we saw today on the streets out here.
You know, it almost felt like the Grey Cup, too. We were walking the streets, and not to take away, by the way, but this unbelievable game over in Winnipeg. But walking the street, you saw all the Rider fan. It really did have a Grey Cup feel to it. Normally, they put 3,000 in this stadium. They'll be putting 10,000 in tomorrow. But as I mentioned, close to 30,000 in Winnipeg tonight. Stampeders coming onto the field, getting set to take on the defending champs in Winnipeg.
Let's go!
One goal. Get this win. That's all that matters. Get this win. Hey, man, have fun, man. Have fun. Fly around. Let's play Bomber football.
Mitchell, far side. Henry's got the Jets on touchdown. 89 yards.
Zach Collaros 21-1 in games that matter.
5-0 Winnipeg against 4-0 Calgary.
That's gonna be a doozy.
A perfect summer evening in Winnipeg as IG Field is ready for a battle of the only two unbeaten teams remaining in the CFL. The Bombers 5-0 on the season after dismantling the Lions in Vancouver last Saturday. Calgary gets the next shot at the defending champs. 4-0 on the year. Great battle of quarterbacks. And for that, we bring in our quarterback. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Oh, man, what a great venue, huh?
This
Beautiful
is
night,
exciting.
too.
Very exciting tonight, and you see both of these teams so far and what they've been able to accomplish, and a lot of it with their quarterback.
Yeah, no question. Zach Collaros, what kind of pedigree does he bring to the table? 11-0 here and 22-2 as a Bomber quarterback. Just incredible, stellar numbers. And Bo Levi Mitchell, you think those numbers are stellar? 7 straight with this club, 12-3 versus the Bombers, and he's 88-22-2 overall. Two of the best in the league. Enjoy, folks.
We can set the stage as two unbeaten teams, two great quarterbacks, but both of these teams bring a lot more to the table. Two defenses that have been great this year, a ton of offensive weapons. We've got the 5-0 Bombers, who won the toss and said, we want the ball. They're going to get it as the 4-0 Stampeders kick us off on Friday Night football. Grant will take it just inside the 15, and Calgary able to do something that BC couldn't last week, and that is stop Grant before he can do any damage early. Our first look at Zach Collaros.
Yeah, he's pretty comfortable here. It's just incredible what he's been able to do with this football team. He's done it with such style and grace. And he's a jack of all trades, Dusty. He can make it happen with his legs. He doesn't put pressure on the defense by running the football down the field. He just buys time, and with the flick of a wrist finds his open receivers on a regular basis.
288 yards, 3 touchdowns last week. Starts here on his own 30. And he's got a completion early back to Dalton Schoen, who obviously had a huge game last week and has fit in extremely well in this offense.
Yeah, why not? You know, a running game that produced 141 yards last week. Give him a little point fake here and watch him drop down here. This will give you a taste of what you see all night long from Zach Collaros. Watch his arm angle here. He drops it down right from the side. It's an easy pitch and catch for a first down. It's a good way to start the ball game. I don't care how many years in, you want that completion out of the way, you can settle down. 117
yards, 2 touchdowns last week for Schoen. This time, they'll go on the ground to Oliveira. A short pickup on first down. Let's take a look at the Bombers' starting offense, brought to you by Expedia.
Yeah, and we're looking at Stanley Bryant. 174 games started, 174 games played by Stanley Bryant. To me, it says volumes about your left tackle protecting your blind side. Absolutely love the big man. Dalton Schoen, he's shown his pedigree. We'll have a lot on him tonight. We love his style of play. He's fit in here very nicely. He's getting it done. A lot of production there from 83.
3 yards to Oliveira on that first down carry. Collaros now with some time over the middle. He's got another completion, this one to Ellingson, and he'll take it down inside the 45.
Yeah, and this doesn't happen, Dusty. This doesn't happen if he doesn't have time. This route takes time to develop, and you watch the big boys work up front. There's pressure coming here, but they got them all picked up. Rose is trying to stunt back inside. Wiggins can't get there, and the ball's feathered right over the top. And well, we've been getting used to seeing that. There he goes, though. Man, I'm loving it over here in this blue and gold.
23-yard pickup for Ellingson. Bombers marching early at home. Work on the Calgary 42. 1st and 10. Another completion shown again. Roberson came down and stopped him in his tracks as we take a look at the Stamps defense.
Yeah, Roberson read the mail there, forcing Winnipeg in a second and long. Look at the defense. Mike Rose, boy, I just love him. I love the interior, both Wiggins and Rose. And that does not say anything about Aramale and Lemon, but these guys can play. And this guy, Cameron Judge, what a pickup for Calgary. He's been a huge week last week. Back end, Wilson goes from safety to corner as Moxie sits down for a 1-game little rest and heal up on that ankle.
2nd and 9 now for Collaros. He's going to look down the field, far side, and that falls incomplete. In the area was Wolotarski. Couldn't make a play on that one, and the Bombers' offense will be stopped.
Well, and a little surprised that he pushed that one down the field. Didn't see anything underneath. Wanted that over the top, and he was well covered and put it out there anyways, forcing a 48.5-yard field goal attempt here by Leggio.
Leggio started the season very well. Has missed his last 3 kicks. Leggio just inside 50, left hash, a deep one to start this game. And he sneaks it inside the right upright.
That's what you're looking for.
Come away with some points, right?
That's right. Absolutely, that's big. Big kick because he missed 2 PATs for Conference last week and the first field goal of the season. It's a great way to get on track.
That is the longest field goal of the year for Leggio. Bo Levi Mitchell, a lot of success against the Bombers in his career so far. He will have the ball when we return. Bo Levi Mitchell, after the start he had last year, dealing with some injuries, gotta love where he's at right now.
Yeah, dealing with the broken fibula last year and the shoulder need operating on. But he certainly wasn't at his best. 10 touchdowns and 13 picks. That's not the Bo we know. 88, 22, and 2 is not indicative of those numbers. He's back on track.
279 yards against Edmonton last week, and he's got a completion, and that'll go for a first down, and who else? Back to Henry to get things started again.
Why not? You know, Dalton and Calera started on the other side. Why not these two? Malik Henry one-on-one with Rose, and balls just spotted perfectly on time. If it's late, that's swatted down or going the other way. Ball is on point. So is Malik Henry.
Back-to-back monstrous games for the 25-year-old. Settling in here in his second year with the Stampeders is Malik Henry. First and 10 on the 52. Another completion. This time he gets it into the hands of Reggie Begelton. Let's take a look at this Calgary offense.
Yeah, when you look at this Calgary offense, it's just a wonder how Bo gets it done every week. And it starts right there with the center, Sean McEwen, one of the best in the business. In the middle, calling the shots for that offensive line that starts there. Malik Henry, absolutely out of his mind the last couple of weeks. 323 yards, just on fire, showing off the speed. He said he was 4-3 to us the other day. And I almost, called him out on it, but he doubled down. He says he's the fastest guy in the Calgary Stampeders, and 4-3 is not in question.
I think a few defenses around the league might have some issues with his speed, and the crowd here right now causing some issues.
Yeah.
Here's a look at what Bo Levi managed to do last week.
Yeah, I thought he looked in command of the football game. He's throwing with timing. Bo's not like really zipping out, but he just knows where he's going with it. That was a little rainbow right there. Even this touchdown to Malik. That was spotted, throw behind, 35-yard throw behind, spotted perfectly. Lets Henry do his thing.
Mitchell in trouble, escapes, flips it over the top. Had Begelton there, kind of slipped when he let it go, and it falls incomplete. And they were expecting 30,000 here at IG Field, and they were all behind their defense on this drive.
Yeah, and right here, I believe you're going to look at Willie Jefferson getting involved here, and he flushes Bo. Look at that move. Boy's on around the outside, and Bo's got it. I'm out of here. Thought he was on the same page with Begelton. Now we're going to look at Cody.
Gray standing on his own 42. They'll let it go from 46. A towering kick into the arms of Grant. Right back up the middle. Short return ball pops loose, and Calgary's on it. Grant had it slip away, and the Stampeders on a turnover are able to scoop it up. Looks like it's Stewart who's there.
Hey, I credit Cody Grace here. A towering punt, as you mentioned. I was admiring it. Allowed his cover team to get down there, wreak havoc, and they come up with a major turnover.
Welcome back to IG Field, everyone. Last week it was a Jadarian Grant return touchdown that really got things going for the Bombers, and here he has one poked away.
Boy, and this is what you need on the road, playing the defending Grey Cup champions. You need a turnover deep in their own end, and you got to capitalize now. Just a headsy play by the international player, Siler Stewart.
Knocked it away and scooped it up. Bo Levi Mitchell on the Winnipeg 19 to the end zone. Almost immediately Begelton slips up, goes down, but he's in. Touchdown, Calgary, a quick strike. And for Reggie Begelton, his second touchdown of the season.
I saw it, and credit the O-line. You're going to look at it. Bo's got time. When Bo has time, he'll be able to eat you up downfield in zone coverage. It's exactly what you get. Zone coverage, nobody in the middle. He spots Begelton. Begelton falls down, but the ball crosses the goal line before somebody touches it. Look at Bo. He's dialed in right there. Just spots it. That's not a dart. That's just a timing throw, and Begelton definitely in there for a touchdown. Got to capitalize on that right there, and Calgary took advantage. This is the benefit of both these teams. Both of these teams do this well. Calgary scored 59 points on turnovers. Winnipeg 49. That's why they're both sitting at undefeated right now. And boy, Osh knows how important those turnovers can be.
We were talking about it on the way here today. What's going to be the key to the game? And we mentioned turnovers.
Yeah. And
earlier in the week, coaches mentioned to us special teams.
Yes.
And we've got turnovers and special teams factoring in here in the first 5 minutes.
Yes, not rocket science. Often, I live out in Ancaster, right? John Matthew Dacus' place, Westbrook of Ancaster, live above his store, right? And I can tell you that everybody in the area from Hamilton, Ticat fans, are going, what's wrong with the team? And it's just one thing. You look at turnovers. Yep. They got 15 of them. These two teams combined have 10. Calgary's got 6. Winnipeg's got 4. They take care of the football.
And when they take it away, they kill you.
Yeah, they capitalized. 59 and 49 points. Calgary to Winnipeg there on turnovers and capitalizing, and Calgary just got another possible 7 right there. 6 for sure.
Continue to take a look at this touchdown for Begelton, which is big for him. You look at Henry and Jordan with some big starts to the year. Now Begelton getting involved as well.
Upon review by the command center, the ruling on the field is upheld for a touchdown.
I didn't know what was coming out, right? You know, I'm looking at Andre, and he's got a pretty good poker face. Yeah, I thought it was a touchdown. And what is that, Begelton's
second of the season?
Yeah, overall, I think that's only like 16 of his career. He got 15 coming in. I'll check that real quick for you. Yeah, that's his 15th of his career.
Had the big year with 10 in 2019. That's the 3rd touchdown for Begelton since returning to the Calgary Stampeders.
Hope y'all watching.
And a nice start for Calgary, who's been more of a second-half team so far this season. They're off on the right foot here at IG Field.
That's not in the cards these days. I think Sooners got that one locked down these days.
Grant takes this at his 25 and back out to just outside his own 35, able to hang on to the ball as well, as we are in the early stages of an epic battle here between the Bombers and the Calgary Stampeders. Both teams perfect on the year. You got to go back quite a ways here to see this.
Yeah, that's crazy. And just looking at that, Hamilton and Edmonton, 11-0 back then. Hamilton had 4 of those wins. Edmonton comes in with 7 of those wins, and they're playing each other. And one team's played 3 more times. How does that happen, Dusty?
I don't want to blame the schedule maker in 1961, but it doesn't sound very even. 3 receivers to the left for Collaros, 3 to the right. He's going to throw to his left, and he's got a completion. Carlton Agadusi, and he will hang on for his first catch in the Canadian Football League.
And to a man, everybody for the Bombers were really anxious to see what this kid could do, because he got hurt with a shoulder injury coming into training camp, and he's been working his tail off, and they were really excited that he was in the lineup tonight. He just a little sit down there, and Zach gets him involved in the game early, and I know that settled him down.
Agadosi last with St. Louis in the XFL. Had a couple of looks in the NFL, Arizona and Philadelphia as well. Now finds himself here in Winnipeg. They'll hand it off to Oliveira on 2nd down, and the Stampeders defense will have none of it, and that'll bring up 3rd down as Oliveira, who's averaging 3.5 yards per carry this year, can't get the 3 he needed on that one.
Yeah, that's a run stop right there. Banks said, no, not today. Not happening. Going to get some more mo on our side here. That is a stop. That's for no gain there. Those are huge. Those are defensive markers right there. Tackles for losses, knockdowns, interception, or turnovers, and no gains. That's a big one for the Stamps.
Leggio set to kick this away. Peyton Logan waits for it. He had that huge 122-yard missed field goal return against Edmonton last week. Leggio's going to back him up. Logan has to slide over at the 15, takes it up the near sideline, stays on his feet, and then is driven back. Jamal Parker in his first game with the Bombers down the field making a play.
Everybody getting a piece of that. You know, that's just people wanting it, you know, and this is a dangerous returner. He's new to the league, but I'm really excited about Peyton Logan. Well, that's just people just flying in and taking shots. Parker ends up with the biggest one, getting it down.
So Calgary with a lead here, 7-3. Started that last drive after the Janarian Grant return fumble on the 19 and punched it in immediately. This time they'll start on their own 16. Bo Levi Mitchell, 3 of 4 for 36 yards and a touchdown. Handed off to Carey. Some contact there, and he pushes it up just shy of his 20. Bo Levi Mitchell, obviously he's had a lot of success versus many teams in this league, but here's what he's done against Winnipeg, 12-3, not bad.
Yeah, and I love this touchdown interception ratio right there, 3-to-1. 12-3 is the loudest one right there, though. Guy just doesn't lose very often. Just finds a way to win.
10 300-yard games there, most that he's had against any opponent. Going up against a defense tonight that's allowing over 300 yards passing per game on the season. He's got a completion this time to Kamar Jordan as he moves that ball around a little bit.
I don't know if we got a shot of this, Dustin, but it's coming right at us. And high end zone look at it. Boy, the ball just tiny balls. Watch how comfortable he's got it. Snap it out there. What I get paid to do.
In rhythm there.
Yeah, just completely at ease, comfortable. Winnipeg's not gotten his kitchen sink yet and disrupted it.
15 yards to Jordan. Now they'll tuck it back into the belly of Carey. He cuts it back up towards the 40 and gets more than half of what they need on first down against this Winnipeg Blue Bombers defense.
Yeah, this is a calling card, has been. That's why they're two-time defending Grey Cup champions, in my opinion. It's because it starts with those guys up front. I'm highlighting Casey Sales up front, just second your man, Bobcat, and then an athlete in the second level. You've got Donald Rutledge Jr., just incredible athlete in the back end, guy filling in for Brandon Alexander, Malcolm Thompson, third-year player for Wilton Gloria, getting it done. Oh, man.
Ball falls incomplete. It was the veteran, Kamar Jordan, would have had enough for a first down, some pressure coming. Mitchell saw it, he got rid of it quickly, and it just falls incomplete.
Well, you know, that was spiked down by Jordan. That was a drop. And yeah, that's what he gets paid to do, come that middle. And I can understand that a little apprehension to secure that. Your eyes may be elsewhere, and he didn't lock that one in.
Cody Grace had that 37-yard punt last time that hung up there nicely. This one, not so much.
Oh, man.
As that is going to hurt them field position. It goes out of bounds at the 44 with the flag flying on the kick as well. So just 25 yards.
That was just a shank. And you're not accustomed to seeing that by any punter at this level. Not too often. And Bombers will take it. They'll take it because they're going to end up with tremendous field position here on Calgary side of the field.
Illegal punt out of bounds. Calgary number 24. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Great field position coming up for that man, Zach Collaros and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They trail at home here in the first quarter on Friday Night Football. It's been a nice start for the Calgary Stampeders tonight. For more on that this season, let's send it down to Sarah Orlesky.
One of the things that head coach Dave Dickinson said coming into this game was that he was looking for a better start for this Stampeders group. He hasn't been happy with it up to this point throughout the season. They had just 10 combined points through the first first quarters of this season. He felt that a lot of their issues had been self-inflicted wounds, whether it be turnovers or offsides. But he said that they are a hungry, resilient team, and you have to think that Dave Dickinson will be happy with the start that he's seen so far here tonight.
Yeah, very much so. And they're a team that's plus 79 in the second half of football games, and they've scored 10 points in every fourth quarter. It's just these early starts have been a problem.
Yeah, and everything was going well up until that last punt. And you give Winnipeg field position. Teams with better field position are 14-5 this year.
After the kick and the penalty, it was about a 12-yard swing. Collaros now quickly, and that is batted down. Looked like Muhammad was there to make a play on it. He was trying to find Greg Ellenson in a window over there.
Yeah, and he's right here. He's going to run straight up the football field. Ball is late. I'm looking at it develop from up here. Easy from up here in the press box, but a little hesitation there. Tries to get down the seam, but the whole time Zach's looking that way. Muhammad's coming over the top, and that window's closing in a hurry.
2nd and 10 for Collaros. And this Bombers offense on the Calgary 53. Flags fly as Collaros steps up and will now be taken down on his own side of midfield. Mike Rose gets there, but
it's premature, and he knew it right away after he was excited. He's jacked up. There's no
offside. Man. Calgary number 40. 5-yard penalty. Will replay second down.
Just top the line, and he's just gonna Just twitch a little early, you watch him. You're going to see him right there. Watch him go. Just a little early enough. That's all you need. Long count hesitation there by Caleros. Pulled him off. Got a freebie there.
Lemon is having a terrific season so far. 3 sacks, couple of forced fumbles.
Yeah, he got a lot of numbers he can put next to his man. He can rattle him off.
2nd and 5. Caleros. Rose has got him again, and this time he's going to finish him off.
He loves that. That was a heck of a play.
He would not be denied, would he?
No, he would not. Not denied at all. He's going to get on the stat board, and he's telling everybody about it, too. Jacked up. Watch him move right here. He's just going to grab, reach out with his left arm, and Zach tries to elude him. He grabs his left shoulder right there. Typically, quarterback, somebody like Zach will get out of that, but the long arm of Mike Rose says, didn't get you on 2nd and 10, got you on 2nd and 5, getting off the field.
First sack of the season for Rose. It's come close a couple of times, and now a low kick driven down here. Logan will take it at his own 15 with some speed, and he'll eventually be forced out of bounds just before he gets to his 30 with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Calgary getting the ball back with a 7-3 lead. We saw Henry. He's got 1 catch for 12 yards to start this game. Nothing since, but had a huge week last week.
Yeah, I mean, just running across the field, tough for that DB. Supposed to get some help from a pick across the middle, but didn't need it. Just outflanked, and that's going over the top there in a little dig route. Just a little throw behind, thank you. What made that work is patience, not looking back and putting your hands up, and both stuck it on him, and Henry took it 89 yards.
Calgary starts in their own 29. Back to Henry again. And he is caught short there. He leads the league coming into this week. He was tied with Jamal Morrow for yards after the catch. He's a guy who obviously is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, you know, he's going to run away from the DB that's covering. He's 10 yards off. And Rose says, no, ball's a little late. I can close that 10-yard cushion. They come up and make a tackle. Minimal gain of 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, he gave him 3 yards on his 2nd catch of the game. Puts him at 15 on 2. 4 receivers, wide side left for by Mitchell. Mitchell looks to his left. Now he's in trouble. He's panicking. He's going to be taken down, but there's a flag as Mitchell goes down to the turf. Jake Thomas and Casey Sales, both tackles coming right up the middle.
Holding Calgary number 63. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Just it's all right there. Jake Thomas. Yeah, he's right here. You can see Jake just getting her done in the middle. Where's Jake from? Acadia. Played his college ball way back when. Be out there tomorrow in your hometown, Jake. I'll let them know how you played tonight. I know they're all watching. That's exactly what Bombers needed. Look at him flip field position here.
Better kick this time from Grace. Grant will take it at his own 42. Back to the 50, stays on his feet, still going. Janarian Grant's trying to escape. They're holding on for dear life, and he'll eventually be taken down just inside the 40. Grace lost his helmet. There's a flag on the field, and that was a pretty eventful return by Janarian Grant.
He wants to take another one back. You know, make it 3 in the season. 3 in a row. That's just spectacular effort, want to, desire, ability, preparation. Getting a lot of help from his friends too, but that was a lot of Janarian Grant there. It's amazing because he's not very big in stature. He plays big.
Ruling on the field is there is no infraction for illegal participation. The Calgary player who lost his helmet made the tackle, and he kept grabbing the ball carrier, so there's the reason for no infraction. 1st down.
Yeah, I saw it unfolding, and I'm going like, whoa! He's hanging out pretty good there. He went for about a 10-yard ride. Trying to get that number for you.
I think it was Grace, wasn't it? It was the kicker who held on here at the end. He was the one who lost his helmet. There he is. Not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Grace, and he's a big boy, too.
Ripped the jersey.
Ripped the jersey, hanging on, lost his helmet. He didn't know any better. He's Aussie rules football, right?
Yeah.
And then he played in Arkansas, at Arkansas State. in the weight room. He's a big kid.
Good field position for Winnipeg, and Collaros makes quick work of it. Goes to Ellingson for a second catch of the game.
Why not like another quarterback on the field? He sees it like Zach does. You don't have to think about it. You know that he's going to see it. Sit down in the zone, watch him. He's right here. Number 2, Greg Ellingson. You've seen him for a long time now. This is easy. Just slide in there second level. It's just a sneak is what that is.
Ellingson is closing in on Andy Fantuz for 35th all-time in receiving yards. Pressure from Calgary here. Collaros identifies it, goes outside to Bailey for a completion on first down.
It's good to see Rashid getting involved, coming right at you. You got pressure coming off the ledge. Looked like Winnipeg was in Calgary's mail, and they had it read, and they were going the other way with it. Zach knew exactly. Just got to get the ball and get it out there.
Bailey coming into the game, targeted almost as much as Ellingson and shown, but does not put up the numbers that those two guys have so far this year. Collaros here again, and that one is complete to Ellingson for a first down at the 10.
Right in front of him. That's an incredible play, right in front of Wilson. This ball, if it's late, it's incomplete, and it's spotted perfectly. Outside shoulder, Wilson's coming inside out. Ellie spins, walls him off, moves the chains. Pick up a 13.
First and goal now from the Stampeder 10. Winnipeg in business here. Final play of the quarter. Collaros towards the end zone and batted down. Played well. He was looking once again for Ellingson, and it falls incomplete. They'll have another crack at it. Brad Muhammad makes the play that time. The Bombers are knocking on the door. They trail after the opening quarter at home against the Calgary Stampeders. Bo Levi Mitchell and the Stamps on top, 7-3.
Second down coming up, right?
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more.
This is Sapporo, where influences blend, cultures connect, and Japanese artistry and Western tradition converge. You too can discover the remarkable, where East meets West.
Now's the time to let them know, to raise your voice and raise your game. Tell them what's in store, who you side with.
A very hyped matchup between the Stampeders and Bombers. Neither team has lost so far this season, and Calgary on top here.
Yeah, and what jumps out at me looking at those stats there, Dusty, I said, how many runs do we have in the first quarter? And we counted 4, and not many by two teams that are known for running the football. You got a Kadeem Carey, you got a Peyton Logan, and you've got the Winnipeg offensive line and the history running the football and racking up 141 yards last week. You would think that they would try to make that happen. Not in the first quarter there. The quarterbacks were trying to chunk it around, and it was a game of field position, no doubt.
Well, Kadeem Carey's coming into this game with 2 huge games. His last 2, 91 yards and 104 yards. So he's been moving the ball pretty well, and they've been moving the ball pretty well on the ground. Right now, it's Zach Collaros looking to give his team the lead. Second and goal from the Calgary 10 for 8 and blue. Augustine stays in there to block. Collaros flushed out of the pocket on the run to the right. Oh, had shown, but it's batted away. It's at Muhammad again. Looked like Schoen was going to have his 4th touchdown of the season, but Muhammad breaks it up.
Oh. Yeah, more magic from Collaros, first of all, buying time, getting away from the rush. Then he spotted the ball maybe a little behind the receiver, but no doubt Schoen had an opportunity to watch. He's already escaped pressure there. Flicks it over top, back behind him. Enough for Muhammad to get there and knock it out of his hands.
Well, it was Muhammad who knocked the one away from Ellingson on first down as well.
Yeah, and I'd like to look at that one again because I think that Ellie could have run and pushed him off a little bit more, but 2 great plays in a row by the defensive back, Muhammad. Brad Muhammad from Florida International, second-year player, coming up huge, taking points off the board for the Bombers.
Winnipeg has to settle for 3 And they still trail Calgary by a single point here early in the second quarter. Friday night football at IG Field. And Muhammad making some plays coming in. He had a tackle for a loss. He had a knockdown. He had 8 tackles. And a couple of big plays here back to back. Let's take another look at it here. As shown, who's really become a good target for Collaros. Looked like he thought he had it here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he was aware that Muhammad was that close. I know you want to secure the ball as quickly as possible, particularly down the red zone in the end zone. And I think it was just more of the timing. Muhammad getting there and Johnny on the spot. Zach's having a look at it. Along with Drew Brown looking over his shoulder. He's probably thinking to himself, if I just brought it inside just a little bit more, I wouldn't have put him in harm's way like that. He could have shielded Muhammad with his back.
And not have turned into him on the play.
I guarantee it, that's what Collaros is thinking, because it's a game of inches. Even in those situations there, we saw it already several times in the first quarter. Ball spotted perfectly by quarterbacks Bo and Zach, and that one was not placed where he wanted to, and I guarantee it, he's want to get that one back.
Peyton Logan at the 30. He is wrapped up and taken down. Was trying to kick it out to this side of the field. Bo Levi Mitchell will have the ball with a 7-6 lead. He's 5 of 7 for 54 yards and a touchdown.
He's a gunslinger. I mean, he's Calgary Stampeders. We got the Stampede there. He's from Texas. It's a lot of synergy going on.
Right at home.
Yeah,
right at home. Yeah.
He's right at home. Sporting a cowboy hat earlier. I think he's comfortable in his own skin, and certainly his amazing career.
32-year-old settles in here on his own 39. And a decent pickup on first down as they continue to try to push this ball and maybe establish something on the ground there with Kadeem Carey.
Yeah, coming into tonight with 46 for almost 270 and 3 touchdowns. Why not? That's what's gotten you a lot of success so far this year, getting in football games and not becoming one-dimensional.
Just a great crowd at IG Field tonight. Perfect night for football. Mitchell gets it to Bain. Bain's going to turn it up the field, and he's got a first down. Sean Bain drawing into the lineup.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be Tyson Middlemost, but Bain draws in and coming right at you. Say he's got some wheels and some explosive capability, trying to get him involved with a little easy little flare in the backfield, and picks up the first down. Welcome to the CFL.
Mitchell down the field. Bain kind of got tied up with Taylor and was never able to get out underneath that one.
Yeah.
And it'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know if he got tied up and going inside or outside, but he's calling for the sidelines. It's a big field here. The game moves fast. And one minute you got the ball in your hands, getting tackled by 4 defenders, and the next minute you're running a post, and you don't have enough left in the tank, and you don't get close to it. You get off the field as quick as you can, catch your breath.
2nd and 10, Calgary's offense looking to remain on the field. 4 receivers to the left for Mitchell. Looks to the right, throws to the right, has a man, and that's complete. It's Henry inside the 40 before he's forced out of bounds.
Oh, just a beautiful route. Just set him up. And again, you need timing. You need timing. Watch what he does. He's going to run down here, and he's going to bang him, and he's going to set him up with patience. And Bo's going to spot it out there. Boom. Give it to him. Take it away. There you go.
Henry over 400 yards receiving on the season. They work on the Winnipeg 36. Pressure coming. Mitchell gets it away, falls incomplete. They were bringing Rutledge. And Mitchell tried to move that ball quickly, and it falls incomplete looking towards Beggleton.
Yeah, I guarantee it, Bo would like to have that one again. We're going to take a look at it. And pressure's coming from here. You can't see him. He's coming here late. Bo sees that. He gets a little antsy here. He's checking it down right there. but I think he's able to hang on to it just a second longer. He got the deep ball. Didn't locate that one.
2nd and 10. Pressure again. This time he's going to go down. Sales finishes him off after Jefferson forced him up into the pocket.
Yeah. You're going to flush him out to Sales and usually Thomas, plug in the middle. You're going to have the Jackson and Jefferson pressure off the edge. Flush him to the big boys in the middle, coming right off the edge. These two guys, and watch these two guys work right in the middle here. Love it. Boom. Flush him. Eat him up. That's teamwork right there. Chasing to you.
Mitchell is sacked just 4 times coming into the game. Paredes with a deep shot, and it's good. That's his longest of the season from just inside 50, and Calgary's lead bounces back up to 4 for the visitors, sitting on top on a beautiful, beautiful Friday night in Winnipeg. Welcome back to IG Field for more on first-year sensation of Winnipeg, Dalton Schoen. Let's send it down to Sarah Orlescu.
Well, Destiny certainly made an impression. It didn't take long at all. It started very early on in training camp. One of the things that Dalton told me, and he's talked about in recent weeks, is that he writes Street Dog on his wrist tape going into games. It's a mentality that he's had since his college days when he was a walk-on at Kansas State. It was something that his dad talked to him about. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to take it. One of the receivers that he has tried to emulate his game after, another Kansas State walk-on, NFL receiver Jordy Nelson, who of course spent 11 years in Green Bay and Oakland. He said that he loved Nelson's story. A defensive player that moved around on the field, obviously to the offensive side of the ball, but he said that everything that he went through, he's used that as inspiration for himself as well.
Well, certainly some similarities between the two players as well, and for him to come in and make an impact so early in his career, it's pretty huge, isn't it, Matty?
Yeah, and you know, he's just like a guy who's a walk-on, fighting and clawing for everything. He's three-sport athlete in high school, and second year, sophomore year, got that scholarship at Kansas State. Just been working his tail off. And really has got the acumen of a much older receiver, like that guy right there.
That's Greg Ellingson right to midfield. Took a heavy pop, but he's got the first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, you know, you catch a ball like that, you're 10 yards from the line of scrimmage or from the first down, and you go north-south. Sometimes you got to be physical. I'm not going to say that Ellie's the most physical, but he's been taking a lot of shots over the years, and watch him. He knows north-south. Inside-out blocking, go get it. Hit by 3 guys simultaneously. That stuff hurts, folks. You're going to feel that in the morning, but right now, he's doing his job.
They give him 9 yards on the play, 1st and 10, right at midfield. Kolaris rolling to his right. Wanted to go back over the middle, now dumps it off. And it'll just be batted away by Wolotarski. As Rose was right again in the face of Kolaris.
I'm not sure if... I think Wolotarski was thinking that he might have been behind the line of scrimmage, and he just batted that ball down knowing that he was going to take a shot and he didn't want to lose yards, but he was actually like 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Just as Zach Kolaris, again, buying some time, is incredibly got the ball off. And on target, watch Wolotarski low, blocking, double team, then he slides off. Zach sees him, lifts it. Wolotarski spikes it down.
2nd and 10 now. Kolaris gets this away just in time, looking down the field, and he's got him just inside the 20. Carlton Agudosi, biggest play of his young CFL career.
6'6". I don't care where he's at on the football field, you're going to find him. Again, watch Kolaris. He's got pressure in his space and finds enough room. Just watch Zach work here. He's got a short arm in this, and he knows he's not going to get it all the way out there. Judge coming around a little stunt. 38-yard reception there by Agudosi. Just gave his big receiver a chance to come back and make a play. Watch Judge come here late, right around the corner. There he is. That'll get your attention when you got somebody like Cameron Judge gnawing on your ribs. Zach Kolaris felt that one, too.
Dickinson has thrown the challenge flag.
Yeah, he thinks it's going to be offensive pass interference.
Calgary is challenging the previous play for offensive pass interference. The play will be reviewed.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt that Agadosi looked like he threw hands on the DB, but we'll see how much.
Big moment in this game. We'll get the call when we return.
We're going to show the number.
Welcome back to Winnipeg. Dickinson watching on after the challenge for an offensive pass interference against Carlton Agadosi. Very interesting call and a big moment in this football game, and let's find out the verdict.
Well, I don't think it is, Dusty. I don't think it's offensive pass interference. Then we've got some miscommunication with our officials in command center.
On the field, it looks like they're backing them up, which Bombers are not going to like.
No.
Upon review by the command center, we've got offensive pass interference. Winnipeg number 86. A 10-yard penalty will be applied from midfield. It's going to be second down from the 45-yard line.
Well, that is a huge swing. Let's get another look at it here as Agadosi was working against Roberson.
Yeah, and Roberson doesn't realize the ball's coming there until late. It's the right arm of Agadosi that not there, left is good, right there, and he trips. But I don't see it, right? You can't just make it appear. I didn't see anything there. And then a couple other looks, same thing. You really couldn't see it. But the command center said, oh, yeah, it was. But I didn't see anything definitive there to overturn the call.
I'd also say it looked like Roberson sold it a little bit as well at the tail end.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, you got to make another play.
48-yard swing. Collaros now dumps it off underneath. He brought all the way ahead by Johnny Augustine, and he'll take it over midfield. Gets 12 of it back. But that will bring up third down. So paid off for Dickinson to throw that challenge.
Sure did. And heads the challenge. Worked out for him. Smart defensive play in 2nd and 20. Play everything underneath you. Give him that little screen. Come up, make a tackle, force a punt.
Legio stands just inside his own 45. Peyton Logan awaits the kick at his own 10. Not a great kick. That'll bounce to the 28, go right down towards Logan. Makes one man miss, stays on his feet, works it back up the sideline outside the 25. And a little bit further after a 45-yard kick.
Nick Hallett down there first. Couldn't corral the shifty Peyton Logan. See what Bo Levi's got in store.
That one, that's your first one.
Yeah, you do.
You get that one? There's a handoff to Carey. That's his biggest run of the game. And he'll take it outside the 40-yard line for a pickup of 14. He only had 14 prior to that carry.
Yeah, I love the way that Dave Dickinson describes his starting tailback. I think he runs 5. And he does. He's going to make that guy miss every time. He broke 2 tackles on that run there for 14 yards. Phenomenal talent.
5'10", 210 pounds. Empty backfield this time for Mitchell. Quickly out to Henry, and he bobbles it and falls incomplete. Houston and Nichols in coverage there. Henry's been pretty good at hauling those in this year.
No, it's not an easy catch, but one that I think Malik would say that he'll catch 9.5 out of 10 times. Bo's thinking to himself, man, I wish I had that ball up in the air a little bit more. He knows it. Another foot, 2 feet up hard, easy catch.
2nd and 10 for Calgary on their own 41. Mitchell to his right, gets it away just in time, and it will fall incomplete. Jefferson and Jeffcoat in pursuit of Bo Levi.
Yeah, I just don't know if you're going to win this battle every time when you try to escape the pocket. The ball's got to be out if you're Bo Levi Mitchell. Pressure's coming from Jeffcoat, and Willie standing up right there. Watch him, confusing everybody. He's coming right down the middle, taking on two, goes out and around, but Jeffcoat's already there with Jefferson in hot pursuit, and Thomas underneath, nowhere to go.
Grace gets it away just in time. That'll take a bounce at the 31. Grant takes it. After a short hop, a 41-yard kick is brought back just inside the 35-yard line for Winnipeg, and that is where Zach Collaros will start this time around.
It seems fitting to talk about Cal Murphy when I'm at the stadium. And Cal was the third winningest coach in Winnipeg Blue Bombers history, and I know he would love to have this young man playing quarterback for him. Collaros doing his thing here at this house, and it's just been perfect. It's been an incredible marriage, Zach Collaros and the Bomber organization.
From the moment he got here, the Bombers have pretty much been unbeatable. Oliveira on the carry and nowhere to go. Boy, that Winnipeg run game last week certainly has disappeared so far here tonight.
Yeah, and tip of the hat to the Calgary Stampeder defensive line. Talked about it at the top of the show. I love me some Wiggins and Rose in the middle. You know, they got a couple veterans on the edge, certainly 11. Thurman in the middle. Judge being able to fly around. Got Titus Wall making plays for him. Brett Monson, D coordinator, making it happen.
2nd and 11 for Collaros. Pressure coming, looks over the middle, and he's got a completion at the 50, and he'll stay on his feet. It's Agudusi again, and he'll eventually be tracked down right in midfield. And boy, they are getting Agudusi involved here quite a bit in this first half.
Yeah, just a really strange coverage, just swappy coverages. Cameron Judge goes deep outside third. He's out of your picture. They're dropping a bunch of people here, folks. And Zach's got time. A little twist up front. Finds a 6'6" receiver over the middle. 21-yard gain after all that dancing around. Look at those eyes. Find him. Stick it on him.
Got to be tough having a 6'6" target thrown into the mix this week, eh?
Really? Oh, that's what you got for me? All right. Everybody loves him, too.
Collaros near side. Ellingson goes up. Did he get a foot in? I think he did. What a play by Greg Ellingson as he hauls it in.
Oh, man. I thought this ball was overshot when it came out of Zach's hand. He's looking at him, looking just like steely eyes right there. Lifts it over the top. Ellie gets his left foot down. Showing you his range.
15-yard pickup on that play, and then back to Agudusi. And he hangs on again. That takes it down to the 35.
One more time, Dusty. Let's look at Ellie. Stretch, old man, right here. Just extending. Got the left foot down. That's pretty. That's pretty. One of the best in the business, Greg Ellingson. Talk about a match. He's fitting nicely here. Absence of some pretty good receivers he's thrown in for.
Now 35th all-time in receiving yards in the CFL. He'll tack on a few more, and that'll be enough for a first down. Back to Ellingson as he passes Andy Fantuz on that list of all-time receivers.
Number 35 now. Congratulations, Greg. I'm sure you're not going to stop there. Second receiver right in the middle here. Watching to do is just sit down. That's an easy catch.
.78 yards tonight already for Ellingson.
Back in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, we will have your halftime for you. You know what? Let's just sleep here. Let's sleep through to the game tomorrow. What do we think?
There's some bugs out here. I'm not sleeping out here.
There's so many bugs on this set right now. So many bugs on the panel.
Did you bring your bug spray for the trip tomorrow?
Nobody told me about bugs. All they talk about is lobster. Nobody said anything about bugs. Bugs are here in Winnipeg.
Collaros 13 of 18 for 142. Looking for more right here. The sidearm is going to work. What? Down at the 20. As Aguadosi's making an impression here in the first half.
It's his 4th catch. And I do not get tired of watching this happen. Watch that Collaros buy time. He's going to move to his right, and he's going to drop his arm angle down again because he's got Lemon in his face, and he slings underneath Lemon's left arm and spots it to Aguadosi for 9 yards.
Aguadosi working against Muhammad, who made some plays in this game already.
That's just talent, folks. Love seeing it.
They need one. They'll give it to Oliveira, pushing ahead, and it looks like he got the one that they need.
He worked for it now.
They had his jersey early.
Yeah, they had him in the backfield. He had to break that tackle.
Looked like it was Wigan who had initial contact on him.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Andrew Harris do that in this uniform many times, and that young man just earned his paycheck right there. Made somebody miss in the backfield, got a tough first down. Heck of a ball player. He's a little more seasoning, you know, and he's going to be just fine.
Young player.
He's got all the parts, and there's Buck Pierce, mastermind of this offense that's seamlessly taken over and dominated the last couple of years.
Timeout, Winnipeg.
8th play of the drive is delayed as a timeout is called by the Bombers. You saw Collaros run back over to the sideline very quickly there before he ran back to the huddle.
Yeah, and important play. You're in the red zone here, 1st and 10. You don't want to put yourself in second along. Defense is in charge then, so you want to get this right. You want to be productive here. And Zach is not happy because something was off. And why not call a timeout there?
Timer, please reset the game clock. Thank you.
They're going to switch his helmet. He's obviously having some communication issues there. They grabbed another helmet for him. They're running it out in the field, but he's going to throw on his original one and slide back in there.
Yeah, what a difference in the game that speakers in the helmets have made in the communication with the quarterback. It's just changed the game completely. Direct line with Buck Pierce up in the box telling him the good stuff.
Collaros, one-on-one looking for Aguadosi, and a touchdown, and he goes up and gets it. Get out of here. How's that for your first career touchdown? Carlton Aguadosi.
Yeah, why not? 6'6", take advantage of it. Just give him a chance, Zach. Got protection. Saw Hardrick holding up Lemon just long enough. And then Aguadosi, what does he do? He high points it. They talked about that in Zoom calls this week.
Dunk on his ass.
Oh, he does a nice job of using his long levers at 6'6". There's no chance for
Big body.
the big body not to come down with that.
8 play, 76 yards on the drive.
Time count violation. Winnipeg number 15.
What?
Flag right there before Leggio could let it fly. Looks like they'll back it up a little bit with 1:52 on the clock.
Joey Mancuso, he's got to eat that one because he's in charge out there as the holder. He sets the line, calls for the snap.
Time count violation. Winnipeg number 15. This is a 5-yard penalty.
Thanks for that, Andre. And it's a tough one, you know, because those converts haven't been easy. We saw him miss a couple last week. You got some momentum here if you're Winnipeg, right?
You got to like it.
You go up 3 here. Got to have this one.
Leggio is able to put it home, and the Bombers climb on top 13-10.
Doesn't seem like much, Dusty, but that single point there and him putting that to the uprights, going 5 yards back, making a 38-yard convert is huge. But again, ISO on this young man. Show him out, big boy. 5th catch of the game, and it's a touchdown, high pointing it.
What's Roberson supposed to do here?
Well, I don't know. He just got out-bodied there. Just got out-bodied. He's in good shape. He knows the ball's coming. But it's like you're sitting there waiting for the official at the start of the game to throw the basketball up in the air and a jump ball, and you know I got no chance. Got no chance.
Agudosi, 5 catches on 5 targets, 60 yards, and a touchdown. A fist pump for knowing that you've got the biggest guy in the field.
Right.
You see that little smirk there?
That's my secret weapon y'all didn't know about. We've been waiting to get him in the game for the last 2 years.
It almost looked like to the sideline he's saying, okay, okay, this is nice.
I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to keep him.
Well, he brings something else to the table that Ellingson and Schoen, they're just built differently than Agudosi. This will come down to Logan just inside his own 20. Far sideline, a little bit of room for Logan, and he'll eventually be forced out of bounds around his own 45. So decent field position here for Bo Levi Mitchell, down just 3 with 1:47 on the clock.
Bo's got to answer. This is why you play the game right here, quite frankly. 1:47 on the clock, right before half. Team's down by 3. This is when it's fun, right? Let me take you, coach. Let me go down the field and show you what I got.
Mitchell 7 of 13 for 84 yards and a touchdown. 39 yards to Henry. Works on his 45. That one up for grabs! Is it picked off? No, falls incomplete.
Oh, that was a gift.
Shades of the Grey Cup there for the Bombers. This time they couldn't haul that one in.
Mario Houston. Oh, man. Wow. Everybody had a chance at that one, it seemed like. That ball's tipped the line of scrimmage. Who gets it? None other than there's Willie Jefferson. I'm just going to put my money there and slide my chip right over there at number 5. Let it ride.
2nd and 10. Mitchell gets it away. That one almost intercepted as well.
Mario,
incomplete.
Get on the jugs machine. Come on, Houston.
Had an interception last week.
Oh, yeah. You know those are going to haunt you, win or lose. 2nd-year player from Southern U. Got 1 on the year already. Oh, he's just really. Sometimes you're not even close to an interception. Then all of a sudden you get 2 and 1 and 2 and 2 plays and can't come away with 1 of them. God, crazy.
Grant backs up a couple of steps, takes this just outside his own 10. Cuts it back on the far side of the field, but they hang on to him and they wrap him up and take him down. Stats with the tackle.
Yeah, Stats. He doesn't get that. I think he's gone. I think he's off to the races in Stats. That doesn't look like much. Not a very big play, but you look at it on film, and I guarantee it.
Let's go! Go, we're in! Let's go! We're in! Let's go!
Nick Stats just made a huge play there, folks. 2nd-year player from Calgary, earning his stripes on special teams.
Zach Collaros put together a nice game once again. He's at 167 yards, a touchdown, 15 of 20. We're still in the first half of this football game. They'll hand it off. Augustine trying to get something going on the ground. That's his 2nd carry of the game, and that is the best one that we've seen for Winnipeg.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about Zach being 75% completion in the first half here. I think that's all been him because the run game's been non-existent. I'd like to see more of this. This is the Bombers' calling card. And Johnny Augustine, he's explosive. Got 7 right there. You start munching there with the big boys up front. That'll get to Wiggins, Rose, and they'll be sucking the paint off the field before you know it.
Augustine averaging 4.5 yards per carry so far this year. A little bit better than Oliveira. And now he'll stand in behind his quarterback. Just over a minute to work for Collaros. Schoen will slide around over to his right. They'll hand it off. Augustine again cuts it back up. Made a couple of men miss. And then pushes it out for a first down on the ground.
Yeah, made a miss right in the hole. And then got north-south with this explosive ability and picked up, looked like another 5 or 6 easily. But that was all done at the line of scrimmage, making people miss right in the hole. Johnny Augustine. A couple good touches right there.
Saw them mix in Greg McCrae a little bit last week as well, using him as a slot receiver. Clara steps up on the run to his right. He's got a completion. It's Wolotarski, and he's pushed out of bounds just outside the 45.
That's just too easy. He climbs the pocket. He knows he's got nobody in instant vicinity, and then he just calmly stretches the edge and locates a nice shot to Wolotarski. Buying time, nice little move. Keep working for your quarterback. Spot on with the throw. Move the chains. Watch this. Climb it. Let's just slide over here. On the run. What? Money throw. That's beautiful.
Raheem Wilson finishing off Wolotarski. 31 on the clock for the Bombers. They lead by 3 here at home. Some pressure coming. It's picked up. Claros now has time. And Godosi again. He's looking for him, and it falls.
I think he ran out of gas.
Didn't have the juice there, did he?
I think he's got game legs. He might have run out of gas right there. Hey, first of all, look at Johnny Augustine step up. And yeah, he's number 2 receiver right here. He's a tall one. You can't miss him. Right there. He's on a corner route. Johnny Augustine sticks his head in there. Buys time for Zach to spot this ball out there. I don't think his legs were up underneath him. He's feeling it right here now. He can barely jog out to his Z receiver position here to the boundary.
Don't go anywhere at half.
He's gassed.
You set up.
Get there
the
for
right
your
to the
quarterback.
left. Spins back around. Polaris working some magic just to stay on his feet there, and the pass will fall incomplete.
I'm watching Agadasi here because that corner route, he had no legs up underneath him. He couldn't explode to the football. Watch him here as he comes out of his break. He's a Z receiver, ISO position. He could barely get to the spot here, and watch him come across. He is grinding, trying to get there. And he was jogging and couldn't get in front of his quarterback's face, and Zach had to throw that away.
Leggio lets it fly. Ooh, pressure there, and now he's on the run. Taken down, throws it ahead. What was he doing there? They're going to save. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, but who's he throwing it to?
It's kind of an underhand scoop.
Yeah, but nobody's in the vicinity.
Yeah.
That'd be intensive grounding. This is a big play for Calgary with just 8 seconds of the clock. Could be points right here for Calgary because if this is intentional grounding. They're calling that incomplete. Wow.
Discussion kind of continues here.
Swats it out of bounds. I like it. That's a headsy play because you don't know if it's a fumble or not. You're in hot pursuit.
Great pressure.
Yeah, it was. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
it was Silos Stewart again making a play there.
Upon review by the command center, the punter was down with contact at the 42-yard line. It will be Calgary's ball, first down at the 42.
Well, that actually worked well for Leggio because the intentional grounding would have been more yardage penalized, and with 8 seconds on the clock, Bo's got time enough to hit a quick out, maybe. Kick field goal.
Time ticks down in the opening half. They're going to give it to Carey. Carey's going to kick it back on the left side. Still going, but the clock ticks down. There's 1 second left. That play was extended a little bit beyond where you wanted it to be.
Yeah, and you hear him talking. He said to Bo, hey, sorry, man, that's my fault. He's trying to do too much.
He got down just in time, didn't he?
Oh, my gosh, that would have been... We've been talking about that on Sports Center.
So an opportunity here
That's
for
huge.
Paredes.
That's huge. Tie the ball game right before half.
Kind of the way it should be, right?
Well, yeah, it's tight, you know, but this is perfect. Points off of turnovers, basically.
39-yarder for Paredes. Ooh, boy, that was tight, but he got it. And we are deadlocked at 13 in a battle of unbeatens at IG Field. It's the Bombers at 5-0. It's the Stamps at 4-0. And we are tied at 13 at halftime. Let's send it to Kate and the panel.
CFL football game is up for grabs. It's Friday night football tonight.
Welcome back to IG Field, everyone. Let's send it down to Sarah Orleski. She's got Jameer Thurman of the Stampeders, who are tied with the Bombers.
You guys were able to neutralize the run game in that first half, but how do you control Zach in the second?
We just got to keep him in the pocket. We got to get off the field on second down, keep him in the pocket, continue to get pressure on him, and getting the ball out. We got to get off on second down.
The fact that this is tied now going into the second half, you guys pride yourselves on being a good second half team. What was the mood like in the room right now?
Oh, we're excited. We're excited. This is what we play for right here. This is what we play for, the big games. Now we just got to go out there and finish it.
Thanks for the time.
Yep.
He's right. As far as second half goes, the Calgary Stampeders so far this year have outscored their opposition by 101 to 22 points in the second half. That's something you can hang your hat on here.
Are you saying that's good, Dusty?
Yeah, I think that's okay. Plus 79 is all right.
I think they'd rather switch that and be up, by those points as opposed to having to claw back, but really molds the team together and getting the wins like they did there in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Calgary gets the ball to start the third quarter, and it's Logan up the near sideline. Ball popped loose, but he was out of bounds as it did. And Calgary and Bo Levi Mitchell, who was just 7 of 15 for 84 yards and a touchdown in the first half. What did you think of his first half?
I thought he was under control. He took advantage of a turnover early and found Bagleton. I thought that was what you have to do. He was under pressure there. In the second quarter, I thought that Winnipeg started getting him off his spot and disrupting him. Everything I expected kind of played out, but the turnovers, the punt by Grace, those things surprise me. You don't tend to see that in these two good football teams.
Tied at 13 to start the half. Stiff arm from Terry, and then he lowers the boom. That's that violent running that we were told about earlier in the week. He had 38 yards on 5 carries in the first half.
Yeah, and he just lowers his shoulder and says, yeah, you want some, get some. Bad enough, take some. And we know he is. And he just dipped his shoulder and initiated contact. No going out of bounds from Kadeen Carey.
Second down conversions. Just 3 of 9 for Calgary tonight with the 30,000 at IG Field. Will certainly try to get in ahead of Bo Levi Mitchell. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the wide side of the field. That's where he's going to go. And that one almost hauled in by Kamar Jordan, but falls incomplete with Winston Rose in coverage.
Take another look at this. It's on the opposite side of the field, and his back is to us, so it looks like a catchable ball. Both spots it out there over the top of the defender who undercuts the throw. That's a catchable ball. You got to have that 10 out of 10 times.
Jordan's been targeted 4 times in this game. He's hauled in just one of them for 15 yards.
Having a tough night.
Grace lets this fly. Grant is going to run under it with some speed at the 36. A flag on the play as Grant had nowhere to go. And Winnipeg.
No yards.
We'll have the
no
ball.
yards. Calgary number 8, 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's a big chunk.
Big chunk.
Here's a look at what Collaros managed to do in the opening half tonight.
That's amazing. Just different tests for both of these quarterbacks. There's a throw just much like Bo just made to Kamar that was put on the ground. There's amazing play and spot here. Understanding the matchup there. On point. Different tests, same results. A student, Jack Collaros.
One of his new targets, big 86 in the slot here. 60 yards and a touchdown in the first half. They're going to hand it off. Augustine cuts back inside and gets about 5 yards on that first down carry. Winnipeg really had nothing going on the ground in the first half.
Yeah, and I like the way that Johnny Augustine is running the football tonight. He's no hesitation, coming right at you. He hesitates at all. This is a loss. But he stiffs arm and rows. He makes a man miss in the backfield, and he picks up 5 yards. That's tough running there by Johnny Augustine, showing you how to get her done on first down.
Augustine now with 25 yards on just 4 carries.
Take that average.
Well, that's the thing, right? And he's shown that in the past that he can pick up big chunks. And when he's been put into that opportunity, whether Olivero was out or Harris was out, he certainly made the most of it.
You got to be a 3-way back as well. He stepped up in there for pass protection.
2nd and 5. Calardos on the run. Rose trying to track him down. He gets it away. And that'll be almost hauled in by Ellenson. Muhammad is there to break it up again. And boy, he's having a night.
Yeah, that's a great play by that young man. Phenomenal, just staying with it. As you watch Greg Ellenson go up and try to high point it, Muhammad, he can't go with him, so he comes back around. Watch how he comes around his right side and knocks it away, or his left side. He just kept grinding, just kept ripping through. Getting off the field, just like you heard Jamar Thurman talk about. Got to get off the field on second down.
It's the second 2 and out for the Bombers tonight. Leggio lets it fly. Oh, almost blocked. Got it away just inside the 50. And that will bounce inside the 15 and out of bounds around the 11. They almost got to that one, didn't they? We're tied at 13 at IG Field. Well, we can't leave you hanging any longer. This is the question earlier. Which player threw his first CD pass on a fake field goal? Who is that?
Drew Tate?
Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah.
Just as he dreamt about. Down on one knee, flipping it ahead.
I miss watching Cote play. He's a good ball player, man. I liked him.
Still watching Bo Levi Mitchell. He goes to work here on his own 11. Looks for a big chunk here early, and looks like they'll have it as that is dropped in there, and Akunavanu is able to hang on for his first touch of the football game.
Yeah, and this is a timing throw. If it's late, it's broken up or going the other way. Bo puts it on the money. It's a nice throw. Just run away from speed, cut that, and get out of your break. Catch it the first time, though.
A little bit of a speed wobble.
Right? He brought it down, though. Big target himself. Nice addition.
Good for 18 yards to the 6'4" Akunavanu. They work on the 29 now. Mitchell looking to his left. Now he's going to throw down the field. Bengals, and he's got it. Takes it inside the 40 before he's tracked down from behind. Biggest play of the game. Longest play of the season for Reggie Begelton.
Yeah, and I saw this coming from the get-go, watching Begelton get on his horse. He's right here. He's going to push the middle and then come out here and watch how he gets that done. Just going to give it to him right there and slide out there. 45-yard strike just like that. He was on his horse and he was ready to ride, and he did. 45 biggest.
Had a touchdown earlier to start this game as well. Nice night shaping up for Reggie Begelton. 1st and 10 on the Winnipeg 36. Kadeem Carey's got a big one here. Stays on his feet, eventually taken down inside the 10, and that's the biggest carry of the night on either side of the field.
Oh, man, just explosive play after explosive play. Both throws a strike on a slant, then the corner, and now this. It's like, got Winnipeg's defense on their heels.
Haven't said that many times. Nope. This season. Now they'll look to finish it. 1st and goal from the 7 for Mitchell. Carey stands into his right. Mitchell towards the end zone, going down and getting it is Begelton, and they're going to say no.
Reggie going to start it, trying to sell it. It's a quick out.
It's a tight one.
It's a quick out. Biggie's coming right up the middle. Deep carry stops him in his tracks. Ball is low. Looks like the turf kind of assisted there, 8-4.
Now this crowd, some of them will come to their feet.
Man. That's tight. Not sure about that one. Got to have it here now. This is huge. Got to score in this red zone in these games.
Second and goal from the 7. 3 receivers wide side right for Mitchell. Looks to the left. Throws that way, and it falls incomplete. That was into the hands of Jordan again.
1 of 5.
5 targets to Jordan tonight. He's hauled in just one of them.
Yeah, not an easy catch by no means, but down here you get your hands on it, feel like you're going to catch it. Yeah, he's got to catch that football. Again, I think he's worried about the heat coming from inside out. Oh, I'm telling you, you work your tail off. You scheme, you execute all the way down to the red zone. 2 plays back to back. You don't execute, it just drives you nuts.
Chip shot from Paredes, his 3rd field goal of the night, puts the visitors back on top here in the 3rd quarter. Calgary with a 16-13 lead over the Bombers. Heck of a game. Out east should be a great atmosphere for Touchdown Atlantic.
Coming in hot tomorrow. Coming in hot.
Helicopter right down at midfield so you can get there, eh?
Yeah, to the chopper.
Now they'll kick it away from Grant. But they're going to flip it back to him anyway. Grant makes one man miss. Now down the near side. He's got some room. He'll get to the 30. Back outside. The 35. Boy, he's exhilarating, isn't he?
He is. We've been doing that a while, too. Did that often at Rutgers. Simply lit it up when he was there. 5 kick returns for touchdowns there. 3 punt returns for touchdowns. So this is something that he's accustomed to doing. Doesn't matter what level. Making it happen. Janarian Grant.
Always capable of breaking one. Why you want it kicked to him. They do start from their own 38. Right back to Grant again. And a nice spin move will go for a first down out to the 50. So just when you think maybe he's been taken off the field, they get it right back in the middle.
Right, and you know, this guy's not, he's pretty small in stature, right? Probably about 160 pounds, 5'9". And speed kills them. And whether it's going over the top or whether it's slicing the defense off the edge, this little spin move. Go full speed drill, so you're going to get cut in half. That's exactly what Janarian Grant was doing.
Grant back over to the sideline for a breather. Egadosi back into the game. They'll get it to Bailey.
Play.
And he is taken out, nowhere to go. Nice coverage on the play.
That's tremendous coverage on the play.
Tremaine Washington.
Just all over. Read the mail. This is my area outside. And this is not going to happen. Watch him, 45 right here. Boom. Watch him do his thing. Run with him across the field. Smother him. Get a very talented, hard-nosed Rasheed Bailey out of bounds for minimal gain.
2nd and 9 for the Bombers on their own 51. Pressure coming. Collaros gets it away. Tight wiggle, but held on to. Greg Ellingson, the veteran, making a big play.
Yeah, one man is coming over the middle, making consistent, contested catches. Another man is not. I'll let you guess who the guy who's not is. Greg Ellingson made that one. He knew he was going to pay the price. And he had to body this catch. It's a tight window by Zach Collaros. 3 guys closing in on the spot.
Near side, Collaros Wolotarski for a completion. And he'll eventually be hauled down by Raheem Wilson.
Good tempo offense in this drive. You know, Winnipeg's now got Calgary on their heels, and we talked about that last drive, that he couldn't capitalize in the red zone. But Winnipeg has now got Calgary defense on their heels with good tempo offense, misdirection with Janarian Grant. Nice throw over the middle. Dumping underneath the Wolotarski on 1st and 10, getting 8 or 9.
Collaros over 200 yards passing.
How do you feel about a little play action here, go over the top of 2nd and 2? How do you feel about that?
Mix it up a little bit, eh?
No, they're not going to do it.
Right up the middle for Augustine, and he's got a first down inside the 30.
Yeah, that's a smart play. Just grind it, try to establish that line of scrimmage. I like what I see in Johnny Augustine this half. Coming right at you. Just come downhill, big boy. Ooh-wee, just wash him out.
Huge hole.
Yeah, watch him. Very nice.
He's averaging 6 yards per carry. He'll stand into the left of Kolaris here. 6 play on the drive. Near side for Bailey. Ball pops loose. They'll say incomplete on the play. Maybe fortunate there for Bailey.
This is close. Bailey, he turns, ball's out.
Roberson came in and got him.
Yeah, fourth-year player from Illinois State. That was just well played.
Looked like Bailey had kind of turned and sort of set up.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Happened so fast though.
2nd and 10 now for Kolaris. In some trouble. Out to his right. There's a flag, likely for a hole, as he'll throw this one incomplete. Right when he came out of the pocket there, they got a hold on one of his linemen.
Yeah, he was flushed there pretty quickly. 4-1 set. Zach was flushed to his right.
Winnipeg number 51. That penalty's declined. 2nd down.
Marcus Hardrick, the guilty party, as his quarterback. Flipped out to the right behind him.
Yeah, Jamarcus last week got his hands up in the face of Weekay several times watching that game. Can't miss his mitt, you know, with the gloves on, the taped wrists. You get his mitt in your face mask. You can't see anything. There he got nabbed for holding. Smart play by Zach to just throw it away. Calgary declines the penalty, makes him kick a field goal.
Set it up from 36. Leggio. And he yanks it wide left.
Oh, late hit on Leggio.
Oh, Leggio's down though, and there's a flag on the field. What a swing.
Wow. Illegal interference on the kicker. Calgary number 43. This is a 10-yard penalty that will result in a 1st down.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Leggio still on it.
Calgary looks like you're going to get away with it here, and not the case.
Oh, he's standing there. That's late. That is really late. I don't know if he got washed into him. Regardless, Leggio stays down, looks to the official, gets the flag.
Charlie Moore, the guilty party.
Here we go. 2nd opportunity, like giving the Winnipeg Blue Bombers an extra out in an inning. It's going to cost you. The Calgary Stampeders.
Don't want to do this. 9th play of the drive. Kolaris is going to make him pay almost immediately. Back to Ellington down inside the 5, and he hauls it in. Working there against Tremaine Washington.
Man, I'll never get tired of watching that. That is just timing and precision, execution. Give it to him, Zach. Stress, guy draping over his back. Makes it look easy. That is not easy, folks. That is just outstanding football. Great talent.
Ellington, 110 yards already in this game. Closing in on now 500 for the season. Kolaris, Augustine, right up the middle, trying to push ahead. He'll be denied on 1st down.
Well,
not a bad idea with the way he's been running the ball lately.
No, Calgary was having nothing to do with that. I'd do it again.
Oh, now they're bringing in Brown and some bigger boys, and we'll try to push this thing ahead.
Yard and a half, 2 times a day, right?
Yeah, a couple cracks at it.
Yeah. If you have Drew Brown in your fantasy, things are looking good.
Old classic TD vulture. Brown pushing ahead towards the end zone, and he looks like he's in. Touchdown. Winnipeg finishes off a drive with a look
hurt Calgary.
Holy smokes. How quickly things can change. Follow the big guys, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
You know it works well when we can't even see you.
That's just, there he is. That holding, that was a long time ago. Look what I just did. Paved the way. Graded some 6 points out.
Leggio for the extra point, and it's good. Capping off an 11-play, 72-yard drive. This field goal by Leggio, they get a second crack at it after a penalty, and Drew Brown finishes the drive. Welcome back to Winnipeg, everyone, where a battle of the unbeatens has certainly lived up to the hype. Back and forth we go between the Bombers and the Calgary Stampeders. Logan waiting for it on the return for Calgary. Now find themselves down by 4. Steps under this Leggio kick right at the 20. Back up to the 30, looking for the near side of the field. Pressure coming from behind. He's going to try to escape it, and he'll get it out to the 40. Logan up to the 50, all the way down, and eventually tracked down from behind and taken down by Gauthier. But that's how you get momentum back if you are the Calgary Stampeders.
Yeah, and I'm watching here. I got bird's eye view, obviously. And I'm saying, come over here, come over the wide side. Took a while to get started, but once he got started, he was running downhill, and he was going fast. Everybody's angles are quickly being outrun. Big return. Peyton Logan.
Well, after a 44-yard return from Peyton Logan, Calgary Stampeders start this drive in Winnipeg territory. Mitchell, quick completion. Almost enough for a first down. An extra push will do it as he gets back to Henry for the 4th time tonight.
Why not? It's basically like almost a turnover there. 44 yards on the return. You know, you're kicking off from further back, and so people are getting better field position. You play on the opposite side of the football field, and to start, teams are 14-5 when they got better field position. It's been kind of a wash here tonight. It'll be interesting to look at those stats after this one to see who won that, but right now, most of these teams seem like they're starting in pretty decent field position.
14 yards to Henry, sets up a new 1st and 10 at the 32. They'll hand it off to Carey. He's got a big push again. Kadeem Carey down inside the 15, going to the 10, taken down inside the 5. And this is deja vu of the last drive where Carey took him down, and then they were unable to finish it.
Seriously, how will they respond here? Last time, Bo Levi Mitchell threw 2 incompletes and had to settle for a Prentice field goal. Bo just gives it to him. He knows what he's got. It's to the house for Kadeem, Cash, and Carey. And in 3 plays, a 44-yard Peyton Logan return, 1 to Malik, and 1 to Kadeem. We're knocking on the door.
98 yards on just 8 carries for Kadeem Carey. 3 straight games with at least 90. He'll stand in to the left of Bo Levi Mitchell. 1st and goal from the Winnipeg 4. Pressure coming. They'll give it to Carey. Carey tries to cut it back up towards the end zone, and he stops short.
This feels like a Grey Cup game to me. You know, just the importance of every play, and we're only, you know, we're a few minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, 1:25 left, and boy, every inch and every play is just as important as the next one.
We saw Drew Brown finish a drive at one end for the Bombers. Tommy Stevens now into the game at quarterback.
Yeah, and Peyton Logan. He runs like Stephon.
Stevens, he's going to be throwing on this one. Incomplete. Wow. Looking for Reggie Beggleton.
Tried to fool him on that one.
Never really had him.
No, he didn't. He was well covered. Well covered. That's Winston Rose out there in coverage. He said, no, not on my watch. Not getting me with this dinky stuff. Pressure up the middle. I think that was Willie. Pressure, Tommy Stevens from Penn State. He's 6'5", 245. Why not just bang him up in there a couple times? But now you're down to 3rd goal from the 2.5.
And Bo Levi Mitchell comes back out onto the field. They're going to go for it. Down by 4. Crowd at IG Field to their feet here in support of their defense.
Pressure.
Mitchell.
Gotta get there.
Pump fake. Second crack at it towards Henry, and it falls incomplete. A collision. Bagleton and Henry came together with Nick Taylor right there as well. And a turnover on downs.
That was a total bust right there. 2 receivers in the same spot. You had one flat, you had one working back, looked like a comeback route. And they just run right into each other. The ball looked like it met them right in the middle. Both double pumped. Oh my goodness. You really can't see anything from here other than the double pump where the ball ends up and the collision at the end. They're both trying their damnedest to get the ball.
Looks like they both would have had it if the other guy wasn't there.
No question.
A little confusion leads to a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. Can Winnipeg get points out of this? Because that is huge, and we know that this is both teams' forte.
They'll hand it off to Oliveira, and he's able to get some positive yardage of it. Not a lot, but some on first down. Looks like they'll spot that at the Winnipeg 5. What an atmosphere here in Winnipeg tonight. 2 unbeaten teams battling back and forth.
That's 2 series in a row. Calgary drove the length of the field. Kadeem Carey put him there. And Bo Levi coming away with just 3 points. And that is so frustrating. I talked about it. And, oh, man, you just feel like you just
want to let Carey try to finish these things. Right?
Yeah.
Flags. Reyes Colares took that snap.
Illegal procedure, Winnipeg number 66. Since the foul occurred prior to the ball being snapped, we'll have another play in the 3rd quarter. Half the distance to the goal.
Move the ball back halfway. Stanley Bryant, guilty party. And we'll have one more play here in the 3rd quarter.
Who's one of the best in the league, has been for a long time. That guy can play some football.
3-time most outstanding lineman.
Unbelievable. And just steady. Like I said, 174 games played, 174 games started.
2nd and 9 for Colares in his own end zone. Pressure coming, gets it away, and he's got a completion to show.
Wow, oh, he got it. He got it.
They're going to say right away it's enough for a first down. And that is a huge play by the first-year Bomber.
How about Colares standing in there and delivering the mail?
Do not go anywhere. It would be a horrible decision to leave Friday night football tonight. It's the Bombers and Stampeders. Unbeaten. Somebody's going to win. And somebody, for the first time this season, is going to lose. Welcome back to a warm Friday night in Winnipeg, where the Bombers are on top 20-16. This is a great football game.
Absolutely. It's got a real slugfest mentality, and these 2 heavyweights are going at it, and every inch counts. And seems like Calgary in that quarter drove the length of the field and didn't capitalize a couple times in the red zone and only got 3 points out of it. And who knows if that's going to be the difference in the football game, but these defenses are buckling down when they have to and balling, and it's one play after the next just seems to be so important. And I'm liking what Calgary did there, establishing Kadeem Carey. For the life of me, I don't know why they didn't finish it down there, but continue to give him the rock. Because he is a violent runner, and but they put it in Bo Levi Mitchell's hands. Not a bad decision either. Can't fault that, but just big plays all around from both football teams.
Kadeem Carey's got 101 yards on 9 carries, 91, over 100, 104 last game, now 101 tonight. Now Calgary looks like they want to bring some pressure. Colares bobbles it, goes down and gets it, and really can't do anything with it right away. Titus Wall right in his face.
Now you're looking at 2nd and 15. Sitting pretty at 1st and 10 after making a clutch throw to Dalton Schoen, and you know you just don't secure the snap. You know, this happens. It happens. You didn't catch it cleanly, and it messed up the timing. And now you just got to take a loss. It's a big play. Not just this one, because it's 2nd and 15, backed up in your own end. That 1st and 10, this end.
Certainly has a few guys that have made plays for him tonight. Colares looking for another one of those right here. Near side, Ellingson, and he's got it at the 25 for a first down. Perfectly placed ball from Collaros.
Oh man, this is nice. This is vintage Zach Collaros. This reminds me, and you said it last week, a couple guys said it last week, watch Collaros just drift, find some time. Watch a twist inside. Watch Sean Lemon, watch him bang in here, twist back inside, flushes him to his back. He has to throw off his back leg, and he spots it to Ellie, and watch what Ellie's doing for his quarterback. Speed cuts it out, the ball's thrown, perfect timing. Doesn't have to get there in a hurry. Timing's there and picks up a huge first down. That's just good football, folks. DN's trying to get there, swim move inside, gives Zach Collaros just a little bit of an edge, and he slides over there, throws off his back foot, timing, finds his veteran receiver, Greg Ellingson, who's having one heck of a night.
Brad Muhammad down on the sideline, getting stretched out. We'll take a quick pause here at IG Field in Winnipeg. You heard Rosen there say, they took my sack away, because I thought he had one last week.
Yeah.
Got one tonight, though. That's his first one.
Yeah, and he worked
of the
for
season.
it, because in the previous play, he got there, and there was a penalty, and then the second down play, he got there and finished the deal.
Nick Stats into the game as Muhammad eventually makes his way over to the Calgary sideline.
And Muhammad was having a heck of a game. It's good to see him walk off on his own account.
Made 3 or 4 big plays in this game. 3 tackles from Muhammad as he's now on the sideline. Collaros works first and 10 on the Winnipeg 46. He'll give it to Grant. Grant's trying to find some space. Stays on his feet. Still going. Come on, Janarian Grant finally tracked down. Cam Judge says enough is enough. And he'll finish him off.
Yeah, and Calgary was all up in Winnipeg's business here. You watch what happens. Calgary brings pressure right off the edge here, right into the run where Janarian Grant is going to come from. And they don't anticipate that. There you see pressure added in. It forces Janarian to abort, and Judge is coming, and Zach Collaros says, no, that's a business decision. I do not want to have any part of Cameron Judge.
Judge having a nice season with the Stampeders. 2nd and 19 now. Can Collaros get enough again? No, not this time. He will be taken down. Arimilade gets home, and Calgary's defense puts the brakes on the Bombers here.
Yeah. And that was just 2 good defensive plays in a row right there. Pressure right here. Gonna get there, keep working. 3-man rush. Judge is just spy in the back. Punting football.
Legio stands in his own end zone. Ball will be snapped from the Winnipeg 9 1/3 and 26 situation. Just over a dozen minutes to play. Friday night football in Winnipeg. Logan. Couple of steps back, takes it inside his own 50, a 54-yard kick. Logan's going to take it right up the middle. Stays on his feet. There's a flag on the play. Logan's going to take it to the far side. Nobody's going to catch him. Down to the 10-5 touchdown. Peyton Logan does it again. A flag sits at the 31.
Man.
Is this one coming back?
During the return, holding Calgary number 40. 10-yard penalty and a first down Calgary.
That's the way you do it, though, if you're Peyton Logan. Take it straight up the middle. I was talking earlier in the football game about Cal Murphy, and I never got to my point, but I'll finish it here. That's what he loved about returners. Just take it straight upfield, get as much as you possibly can. Peyton Logan.
63-yard return wiped out due to a flag, and Calgary still trails by 4. We've got a tight finish coming up here between the Bombers and Stampeders. For more on that, let's send it down to Sarah Orleski.
Well, Dustin, it might be the first time that they've played each other this season, a combined 9-0 record. But should it come as any surprise that we have a close game in the 4th quarter when it's these 2 teams playing against each other? Recent history would tell us not. When you look at their last 7 meetings, all of them have been decided in the final 3 minutes of the game, and then 5 of those games have been decided by 4 points or less. Dave Dickinson told me that he believes that these games typically always hard-fought, always physical. They come down typically to turnovers and the kicking game, and when you look at the 4-point difference right now, we could be in a similar scenario here tonight.
Hit all the nails on the head there, right?
Yeah,
That's essentially what this game has been.
That's right. Thanks for that, Sarah. And no wind machine today for Sarah. It's just beautiful conditions.
It's a little warm, though.
Yeah.
They'll hand it off to Carey. He's over 100 yards already, and he lunges ahead. Picks up about 3 yards on this play. Let's go back and take a look at a huge holding call that brought back a Logan 63-yard return.
Yeah, and watch right here. It's Charlie Power. Sorry, Charlie, but this is who they're getting right here. Defender works across his face, and he won't let him go at the point of contact. That took 6 off the board. That's water under the bridge. Got to go to work for Bo Levi.
2nd and 7 for Bo Levi. Has a completion. It's Beggleton down inside the 40. And once again, Calgary has not had a problem driving in the second half. They've had a problem finishing these drives.
Yeah, and Rich Beggleton's having him a nice football game. He's right here. Reggie's going to work hard inside. There he is. Right down, just draw all over him. Watch him sit down. Just give it to him. Give it to him. Ball and win. He knows what to do with it. Go straight upfield, therefore get another 6 yards and move the sticks.
4th catch of the game for Beggleton. This one good for 13. He's up to 82 yards and a touchdown. Mitchell gives it to Carey. Kadeem Carey trying to kick it to the outside. Big Hill trying to track him down. Eventually takes him down up high and yanks him out of bounds.
Oh, Biggie. Uh-oh.
Oh. Multiple late flags. Looks like Kadeem Carey.
Yeah, Biggie is way over here. Those flags got to be against Calgary.
I think it's against Kadeem Carey. He might have said something or threw the ball at the end of the play, because you're right, Big Hill's halfway gone.
Yeah, he got out of dodge. He did his job, and he got back to the hunt.
Objectionable conduct. Calgary number 35. This is a misconduct penalty. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, and it will be 2nd down.
Let's get a look.
Yeah, this is great pursuit, right? I thought if Kadeem Carey breaks the edge here, he's gone. He's to the house. But Biggie, he said, no, not today, not on my watch. Oh, I love that. Oh, he's thinking it's a horse collar, and he throws the ball at the official, and there's your 10-yard after the play, and he got in his face. So, simple call for the officials.
When the dust settles, 2nd and 11. Mitchell far side, batted away by Houston, broken up as he's looking for Malik Henry.
Yeah, DeMario, you don't have to get interceptions, but keep making plays like this. 2nd and 12.
Field goal, field goal.
Yeah, he's just gonna run. Hey, watch this. He's just gonna run. He's just gonna run an out route. Ball's late, as far as I'm concerned. Ball's got to be thrown now, and it's not out yet. Gives DeMario a chance to come over and make an easy break up on the play. Bo just hesitated just enough for Houston to beat it.
Paredes steps out from the left hash, just inside 50. To make it a 1-point game right down the middle. He'll split them. And it's 20-19 with just over 9.5 left in the 4th quarter.
Wow. This is good football. Defensively, teams that played a big factor, which we knew, and Sarah just talked about. I believe it's going to come down to that. Right now, the way both kickers are kicking the football, my money's on Paredes. But, who knows? Punt coming into play here. We saw Grace shank one, cost some points in the first half. Return taken off the board, some of the holes. I mean, they're already a factor.
Lots to talk about, no doubt about it. 5-0 versus 4-0 on Friday Night Football in Winnipeg. Kolaris with an empty backfield. He's got it again. Pressure coming from Rose. He's on the run, and he's got a completion. I believe that's Wolotarski.
It is.
Down on Calgary's side of the field.
Wolotarski is having a beer sitting down right in the middle saying, bring it to me. I'm sitting right here, feed me. Watch Wolatorski right to left, sitting over the middle. Zach's going to break, contain to his right. Direct traffic. Boom. Break, contain. Across the middle. Throws across his body, which you don't suggest. For 19, finds Drew Wolatorski. Handyman is second and long.
Oh, yeah. Push ahead, nowhere to go.
Wow.
Collaros almost at 270 yards tonight.
That running game's been... That third quarter was pretty decent for Johnny Augustine early. Ever since then, it's been all Zach and his receivers.
Just 2 yards. Sets up a 2nd and 8. Considering the field position, this is a huge play for the Calgary defense. They're going to bring some pressure. 5-man with the flag. Collaros with a free shot down the field, and it'll fall incomplete. Wolatorski was there.
Yeah, Dalton just played defender on that play. Made sure he broke it up. I'm not sure if he knew that there was offsides by Calgary.
Offside. Calgary number 95. 5-yard penalty will replay second down.
Yeah, so this will make it 2nd and 3.
Different situation here.
No question. Zach was looking for the home run shot. Why not? Because he saw the offsides. He drew him offsides. Dalton, Schoen coming to the sidelines. Along with the big man. Agadosi. They're both getting a breather.
Collaros and his offense need 3 from the Calgary 43. They'll give it to Bailey. Stiff arm to get around Lemon, looking for the first down. Diving ahead. Oh, he's close.
Oh, man.
He's very close.
You know who would typically get that football in this situation? Nick Dembski.
Nick Dembski.
And Rasheed Bailey knows that. He says, I'm filling them shoes, and I am not going to get denied. That was, he should have got tackled right there by Lemon, but that was a hell of a stiff arm. Then he used his speed to get around him, and he knew that the posse was coming inside out, and he ducked his head and got it. There's Nick Dembski.
Exactly the play that Dembski would have had, though.
No question. You're right, yeah, it's just, I mean, that's what good teams do. They find players to step up, and we've seen it tonight for this football, for both these football teams.
Just enough for the first down. A fresh set here from the Calgary 40. That's shown in the slot to the right. They'll hand it off. Augustine right up the middle. Hangs onto the ball. Gets a couple of hard yards.
That's just nasty up in there right now. That's tough sledding in the middle right there. Winnipeg's got to go to Edmonton next week. Calgary's got to bye. And there's Brett Monson trying to get a defensive stop. He stopped him here. It'll be another long field goal attempt.
Well, and after that bye that you mentioned, it's Winnipeg again. Calgary, Winnipeg, 2 weeks.
That's right. But the difference is Calgary gets a breather. Winnipeg's got to go to Edmonton. 2 games on the road.
Pressure here. Collaros gets it away. Ellingson's got it. Hauls it in again. First down, back to Ellingson. He's having himself a game. Well over 140 yards receiving.
Now that's a dart right there. That's a throw that locks you in as a quarterback. Not that he hasn't been all season long. And here at IG Field. But watch this coming left to right. Ellie's going to come into the picture. Watch him thread the needle. Whoop! Oh, man, that is sweet. That's a 19-yard dart laser right there. He's getting a sling nasty on. That, to me, is what it's all about right there. Gives me chills. I know what he's feeling. He's in complete control down there throwing strikes like that. And Ellie's going, I'm loving it, having a night.
10th catch of the game for Ellingson. A great fit here with the Bombers so far. They'll give it to Oliveira, and he's got nowhere to go, not even back to the line of scrimmage on that first down carry.
Calgary's playing defensively in that line of scrimmage right now on the other side, playing in Winnipeg's backfield, which you don't see very often. And you see the look on Mike O'Shea's face. I think he's a little concerned about that run game right now, because he knows how important this play is right now. Knocking at the door on a 23-yard line, 2nd and 12, maybe 13. Big convert right here. Big play.
Ellingson in the slot to the left. of Collaros. 2nd and 12 from the Calgary 22. Collaros under trouble on the run. He's got a completion to Oliveira. Stays on his feet and lunges ahead. Going to be close to a first down. What an effort from Brady Oliveira.
What an effort from Zach Collaros. Spin move with the spy off the edge because they know that they're going to do that, so they have to compensate for it. So watch what I'm talking about. Because you can get a spin move right here for Amelad. Right here. Boom. Spin move inside. Now he's flushed, and here comes pressure. Judge right in his face, but it's got an outlet. And Oliveira, and he puts his head down, does his Nick Dempsey imitation, goes and gets it. That's a huge pickup there, putting him in 3rd and short.
9th play of the drive, 3rd and inches. Collaros on the sideline for now with 299 yards. Now we've got a whistle.
Upon review by the video official, the ball carrier was stopped at the 10-yard line. That would result in a first down. First down.
Oh boy.
Dang. Is it Christmas?
They're going to move it inches on its own.
Wow. Hey, that's a command center correcting a blatant error, getting it right. That's what it's there for. That's what they do.
Boy, Calgary has had a few chances here to get off the field, and Winnipeg has made plays.
What did Jameer Thurman say to Sarah at halftime? We got to get off the field on 2nd down. That was 2nd and 13 there. Spin move in the inside. Cam Judge is on the outside for Collaros, who breaks contain because he's allowed that. It's a scheme. But he finds relief. Brady Oliveira moving the chains. That's just good football on both sides.
Timer, please reset the game clock to read 4 minutes, 39 seconds.
Wow,
4 minutes, 39 seconds.
That's 15 seconds right there. Just put that thought away. Put those 15 away. Remember it towards the end of the football game here. That play right there. Spotters from the command center. No, that's a first down, they say. Put 15 more seconds on the clock.
Zach Collaros, the reigning CFL MOP, steps in here, 1st and goal on the Calgary 10. Looking for a big play. Collaros, pump fake, now to the corner. Wolodarski, no! Laid out for it, missed by a couple of feet, and it falls incomplete. Collaros wants a flag. Doesn't look like he's going to get it.
Yeah, Buka coverage out there.
O'Shea's got his hand on the challenge flag. And, oh boy, he's thinking about it. He almost pulled it out.
Here's a look at it. From Zach's perspective. The ball flying in the air. You can't see the play, so really have no idea. Heck of an effort.
So you're going to tuck that back in.
Yeah,
he's going to leave it.
He was wearing out his headset.
Collaros again to the end zone again. Up for grabs, and he's got it again. Carlton Aganochi holds it in, his 2nd of the game. The big fella pays off.
Oh my goodness. Saw that early. Big boy got leverage on him. Got in behind him. And the crowd's loving it. Coming in motion. Stems him, gets over the top.
That's a big man.
Yeah, he didn't even high point that. Caught it in his chest. Right over the top of Tremaine Washington, 4-year player from Louisville. Well, they wanted to see that kid play some ball. He's playing tonight. Looked like his legs were underneath him on that play.
6 catches, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns for Carlton Aganochi. 10-play, 70-yard drive for the Bombers. And they once again have a little bit of room to breathe here at home.
Yeah, show him, big boy. I love that. Yeah, watching this play develop here. I'm watching the big man here, right, and he's going to run a corner right here. These two guys are going to run little hitches, and 45 Thurman is going to hesitate just a second, and his eyes to the hitches. By then, it's too late. He can't get back in time. The big body is getting his 2nd TD reception of the evening.
6th catch of the game as well. He's been patient, waiting to get an opportunity. And it certainly paid off. The missed extra point by Leggio makes things interesting, though. 7-point game at IG Field. Here's Logan on the return. Oh, and he's popped just outside the 30. Nowhere to go. As he is taken down heavily there by Mr. Special Teams,
you know who
Miller.
It is.
Yeah.
Doesn't practice all week long, but he shoots up for games, sucks it up, duct tapes himself together, and goes out and performs on special teams. Watch the best in the business right now do it. One of the best ever played a game on special teams, 24, sure tackle on a tough player. We know, Peyton Logan, to get down. Mike Miller. Didn't practice all week. Was questionable.
He explains, though,
I asked Darren Cameron, media coordinator for the Bombers. Darren says, oh yeah, he's good to go. Tough as nails. He'll play. Watch this. This is impressive here. Oh yeah. We used to watch Wade. I talked to him at halftime. He came up and visited with us. I played against Jason Araki's father. And watching Jason do his thing his entire career, and watching Mike, man, it's just really the best ever played a game right there.
And he's not done yet.
No, he ain't.
Right? So Edwards is going to continue. Space at the top is going to continue to grow and grow. And a great opportunity for other special team players to come in here and learn from Miller.
Yeah, as they say, I'm down the hunt right there.
Looks like Remoulade is getting stretched out here.
Yeah, it's
down for a while.
It's a warm one out there. Believe me, when you're cramping up, anybody who knows who's ever had a cramp in a calf or hammy or quad, I've had full body cramps before.
Full body cramp?
Full body cramp. And it ain't pretty. In the air, 20-some thousand feet in the air, and just...
On a plane, you had a full body cramp.
Oh, yeah. And it was... And I wasn't the only one, because it was so hot one game in Saskatchewan. I grew up in Texas, played ball in Louisiana, and played some hot climates, is what I'm saying. Never hotter than in Saskatchewan. We had guys in the hospital dehydrated.
Oh,
that was crazy. But that's what that is. You don't want to get up too early from the cramp. You just lock up on you again.
Good thing for the Calgary Stampeders here is they trail by 7, not 8, which it could have been if Leggio had hit the extra point. They've moved the ball. They have been able to move the ball in the second half tonight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, they left a ton of points on the board, or the game would be a 7-point deficit.
It seems like it, right? It seems like a lot of points have been left there. Certainly opportunities.
Can they move it again, or is this setting the stage for what the Bombers defense does best, and that is put games away?
Yeah, well, Sarah says, both these coaches talk about it. They believe it'll come down to special teams in the last few minutes.
They'll give it to Carey, and this time he is wrapped up, nowhere to go.
Talking about dogs hunting. They're flying to the football there.
It was Jeffcoat that started it, and then everybody else got in on the fun.
Yeah, watch Biggie come in there. Hungry. Bam!
You've got Jeffcoat running somebody into Big Hill, who's driving him back into Jefferson.
And Biggie's coming in with his force.
2nd and 12 for Mitchell. Over the middle, up for grabs, almost picked off.
Man, Biggie was way back there. Biggie was 20 yards deep on that one.
They do like to drop him back there. Almost paid off that time. Don't go anywhere. We've got an excellent final 3 minutes on the way. Friday Night Football in Winnipeg. Calgary down 7, 3rd and 12. They got to kick it away. Nice kick.
Flag already.
Grant takes it just inside his 30 after a 53-yard kick. Stays on his feet and eventually lunges ahead. Probably got about 8 more yards than you would have ever thought on the return. And there's a flag back inside the 40.
The ball was in the air, holding Winnipeg number 0-0. From where the ball was cut, we're going to go back 10 yards and a first down Winnipeg.
So that'll back them up a little bit. And with 2:27 left, Collaros looking to remain perfect at IG Field.
Wow. They're going back 10 from where he caught it. So it's like a 12, 13, 14-yard return. That's like a 24-yard penalty right there. That one stinks. So instead of having the ball out around the 40, you now have it on the 18.
Well, now you're Calgary. You're not just thinking stop. You're thinking quick stop, get the ball back with good field position.
Yeah.
But they got to start with the stop. Polaris is at 309 yards. His second 300-yard passing game of the season. 26 of 37. Oliveira will stand in behind him. And they'll hand it off to Oliveira with a big hole on near side. They got me. They got me.
That's okay.
It's Ellington.
It happens, Dusty.
What a play.
That's just good execution.
That's perfect. What a play.
Yeah, that happens, right? Coming right at you. Nice little ball fake right here. That's a great job by Oliveira. And then dumping out to his favorite target tonight. Greg Ellington picking up 7.
Well done, Zach Polaris.
You should not be embarrassed by that at all, Dusty. Let that go. That happens. That's just good play fake right there.
152 yards. That's for Ellington.
That's awesome against his defense at home.
This time they'll give it to Oliveira, but there's a flag on the play as he pushes ahead. Didn't need a ton.
Side judge and line judge both throwing flags, so it looks like it's going to be offsides on Calgary. Move them up 5, first down.
Offside. Calgary. 37, 5-yard penalty that will result in a first down.
Not the time for a penalty like that. Less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
Go.
Yeah, I count 3 offsides by Calgary in situations really being advantageous for Winnipeg. There's another one.
Turned around this time. Polaris taken down.
We saw that a while ago. Zach mishandled a snap deep down his own end, forced him in 2nd and 15. And he worked some magic to Ellie. He's going to need some more of that on this play.
Well, they've got a couple of times tonight, just enough to keep this offense on the field. And Calgary's defense got to get through this play. Flag free, you would hope.
Yeah, that was a bust of some sort there. Flag on the right. See if he can pull another rabbit out of his hat here.
2nd and 15 on the Winnipeg 25 for Polaris. Schoen and Agadusi in the slot to his right. They'll turn around on a draw, nowhere to go.
That's Thurman.
Immediately taken away, Jameer Thurman, who said they have to get the Bombers off the field on 2nd down, goes and does it.
He was locked on target, never hesitated. Bam, watch him. Just get off of me. Just sniped in there with a purpose.
Ooh.
That's talking the talk and walking the walk. When his team needed him right there.
Well, Calgary, 91 seconds on the clock. And they've got Peyton Logan. There he is, waiting for the ball, stands back at his 40. Returned one for over 60 yards. That was called back earlier in the half. Look to do it again right here. Leggio stands just inside his 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in good field position. He gets 10, 15 yards, let alone a decent return.
Leggio gets it away, end over end. Logan, nice pickup.
That's just amazing because that gives you another 10 yards there, catching that on the fly. But if he lets that, would that have gone out of bounds if he hadn't caught that? Let's look at that again. That may have been a poor choice, but young man in the league, he'll get better making those decisions. Let's take a look. No, that would have been fine. Would have been coming in bounds.
Great play.
He did what he had to do. Saved his team some crucial yards right there. Nice job by Peyton Logan.
A pretty darn good field position for the Calgary Stampeders. They've won 6 in a row on the road, going up against a Bombers team that essentially doesn't lose at home.
Wow, there's a receiver coming in late. That That's Kadeem Carey coming in late.
Mitchell with a flag on the play, trying to get away from Jefferson, and he won't. Willie held on for dear life, and he got him.
Yeah, it's a late substitution by Calgary because I think the side official had his arms up to lock players from substituting. I think it's a penalty on Calgary for late substitution, plus a great defensive play and stop at 1st and 10.
How did you not have all your personnel on the field?
Yeah, that's
there?
amazing, right? Sorting it out there. Bo doesn't know there's this flag on the play. Today.
On the previous play, there was illegal substitution by Calgary number 35. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a 2nd down.
Calgary's just 4 of 15 on 2nd down in this game.
Yeah, just watch Willie Jefferson. He gets there. When you need him the most, number 5 shows up at your front door.
Empty backfield for Bogut. Hit as he let it go, and it falls incomplete in front of Henry.
Jackson Jeffcoat.
And that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Bookends taking turns, getting to the quarterback, making life tough. Yeah, it was. Hey, first and 10, here he goes. Go get some. Willie, I got you. Take this play off. I'm going to get there. Inside move. Gets Bo Levi's kitchen. Disrupts him just enough where he can't get enough on it to his receiver. 3rd and 14. Ball game.
Crowd to their feet. Bombers defense looks to seal another one away. Bo Levi Mitchell drops it off to Carey. Carey's got nowhere to go, but there's a flag. Bo Levi was hit late, I believe. Carey's going to stay on his feet, take it to the far side, pushing ahead. And he's almost got the 1st down, but it looked like a late hit on the quarterback.
Yeah, Jackson Jeff.
Major foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh.
Winnipeg number 94. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic 1st down.
15 yards from the end of the run, Matt. This is moving the ball way down there.
And it's like Kadeem Carey wouldn't go away. Here he is. He's going to be your culprit. He just made a magnificent play on 2nd down, along with Willie Jefferson's 1st down, destroying the defensive end. Willie's in position. They got a screen. They both check it down. And then Kadeem Carey refused to go down, so they get all that in 1st down.
Ball moved inside the Winnipeg 30. 56 seconds on the clock. Wow. Mitchell has some time this time, looking towards the end zone. He's got it. Oh, bounces up and is picked off. What is happening? DeMario Houston.
The football
what a finish.
God.
It's Jordan again.
The football God said to Mario, I'm going to give you this one. Come on, Jordan, you're having a night to forget. Bo Levi throws a strike on a seam route.
Kamar Jordan having maybe the worst night of his long CFL career.
Oh, Dietrich Nichols getting in there. He kind of taps him right before the ball. Kamar's got it right there. Jumps up in the air. And just tremendous pursuit by DeMario Houston, 2nd-year player from Southern University. Finally gets his 2nd interception of the season, 1st of the night. Jack like, what?
That doesn't look like it ever hit the turf, did it? It went off his arm and then bounced back up.
It went straight up in the air.
The previous play is under review by the command center.
I was thinking maybe they were hoping for an incomplete pass and they hit the turf before it bounced up, but it sure doesn't look like that.
Bo threw a strike to Kamar Jordan. Kamar had it until he got to the turf, and it looks like it bounced in the air when he did. And then it was DeMario Houston kept pursuing the ball. There, you see Nichols kind of like, I'm easing up. I don't want to get PI here. Kamar's trying to hit one hand. Oh, it's moving there. Boom, snap, bounces in the air off of his arm. And Houston scoops and scores right there. That's awesome.
The Bombers have made a living off of catching balls off deflections.
Oh my goodness.
And this one, yeah, goes off his arm and up. And Houston's right there. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he had a couple tonight that he should have had, and that one's just sitting there for him. Yeah.
And here he basically seals the deal for the Bombers. Beautiful throw of the ball. Kamara could have erased all the bad things that happened tonight with that catch. Ball's up in the air. Kamara Houston finally got his second of the season.
Tough play to make for sure, but a tough one to swallow if you're Kamara Jordan.
You got Winnipeg on the field, Calgary's defense on the field. Kind of gives you a pretty good idea how the coaches feel about it.
Upon review by the command center, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Winnipeg.
30,000 at IG Field, love it. Second interception of the year for the Mario Houston.
This play's got a lot going on in it. Dietrich Nichols doesn't want to get caught for PI there. He holds up. Kamara's trying to erase a bad game with one catch. Kamara Houston gets a second of the year. Wow. What a game.
Hand it off. Pushed ahead for a short pickup.
46 seconds to go here. Second and only 6.
Football God gave him that one back.
Tough night, you're right, for Jordan. I mean, a couple of balls that probably could have made a play on, but that one, I mean, would have been a phenomenal catch had he hauled it in. And it ends up being the end of the game, essentially.
Yeah, it's your general manager saying, not enough. I'm out of here. Bye week, going to bye week.
And then the Bombers again.
And then we got these guys again. So we'll chew on it for 2 weeks. We'll see you on the 25th.
That sets up nicely, doesn't it? If you enjoyed the game tonight, just be ready. These two teams are going to go at it again.
Yeah, just keep telling yourself, the Bombers now, they're still undefeated at home here. Decent record going on. Zach Colera's phenomenal streak has continued. They go to Edmonton next week, and Edmonton got a big win on the road in Montreal last night, and sets up for a good week there.
Familiar setting here for the Bombers as they win at home again. Colares remains perfect at IG Field, and a game that we hyped all week, unbeaten versus unbeaten. My goodness, it lived up to it.
I think so too, Dusty. Two football teams that, mistakes. Don't look back at these mistakes, and they make living off of mistakes. Coming to this ball game, 59 points for Calgary off of turnovers, 49 for Winnipeg. And they'll look at this one, and it'll come down to those mistakes again, playing against each other, leaving it all on between the lines here this evening. It's a good football game. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Safe travels tomorrow for you.
Thank you.
Well, I guess later tonight, essentially.
Yeah, let's roll on to get some more good football out there in Acadia and Wolfsville. Have a good time.
Well, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, as we've said many times before, do it again at home. Calgary shot themselves in the foot a few times along the way, setting up an excellent rematch on July 30th. But it was a Friday night football classic between the two unbeatens. Bombers now a perfect 6-0 on the season. Calgary falls to 4-1. That's going to do it for us. Let's send it to Sports Center with Kelsey Braid and Mark Rowe.